and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another Racing Stacks TBR. This is where I use the most ridiculous virtual game to create my TBR, and then I pick books that I think I'm going to enjoy to the prompts that are basically randomly generated through it. Now, I am doing a couple of readathons in August. The first and most important one is the one that I am a co-host for, which is Middle Earthathon. Now, I will be doing a separate TBR for Middle Earthathon, but I am going to try and fit some of the books that I know I have already picked for that TBR and try and squeeze them into here. I'm just not going to tell you which ones they are. And the other one is potentially if Magical Readathon comes back in August, I will be all up in it. If there are any other readathons that you think I missed and should be getting on, please leave them in the comments down below. I am spending the first week of August away, and I'm looking to do a summary I'm a bridesmaid type vlog because I'm flying out to Gibraltar for my brother's wedding, so that's really exciting. But it also means that I'm filming this way earlier than I had originally planned. So all these books are going to be new books to my TBR. I don't think I've TBR'd them before, but before I get into any of that, here is me trying to work out what prompts are going to be generated in this game of TBR stacks. Bearing in mind that I have Middle Earthathon and potentially Magical Readathon in August, I am going to aim for a multiple of romances because that's what I'm in the mood for, and high fantasy. But I can't remember which one fantasy is. So I think I'm going to use the first round to try and guess which icon is fantasy and go from there. So let's do this. Right, I know that's sci-fi. We'll try the candle. That's historical fiction. I know that that's a romance. That's middle grade. That's sci-fi. Right, could be the butterfly. Is it the butterfly? That's a thriller. I'm pretty sure that's contemporary. We'll try a butterfly anyway. That's middle grade. Let's do a crystal. I missed the crystal. Oh, snake. Okay, snake, moon. Missed the moon. Oh, we've got the moon there. That's another candle. And then we'll do one of those. That might be adventure. Snake. Okay, so snake is horror. That's fine. Ooh, right. There are no fantasies on there at all. So which one's fantasy then? I thought thriller was the two blades. Okay, so we're avoiding crystal, we're avoiding mushroom, because I'm pretty sure that's contemporary. One of them, I think the moon might be gothic. Right, okay, so that was just a practice. I'm now going to try again to find fantasy, aiming to miss all of those ones that I've just described, because I want fantasy and I want romance. Fantasy and romance separately. I don't want any fantasy romance. I'm not in the mood for that. I'm just those two things separately, please. So let's have another go. Oh, we didn't get the heart first time. Right, it wasn't that one. Okay, it's not any of those. Right, I don't know what the sun is. We didn't get a sun last time. We didn't get a heart last time. And we're not getting a heart this time either. What is going on with my mouse? Okay, right. I've got two suns this time. Oh no. I don't want sci-fi. We want a romance. Don't want a candle. Don't want a snake. That's an adventure one, I think. Oh, we've got historical by accident. And a gothic, I think. Oh, they're not either. So the sun is literary. Because I've got 4 of those. Oh, where's fantasy? Fantasy has to be in here somewhere. So what is fantasy? And this is my last go now. Also, I don't like the fact that it came up with a romance and a literary Kieran pick. That's not okay. I don't trust him to pick either of those things. I don't trust him. So this is my last go, and I'm still aiming for fantasy, and I haven't found any. That's so weird. That's so weird. Right, okay. And also, I don't know what's going on with my mouse, but my mouse is not the one. Okay, so that's a romance, so that's fine. Let's go for a blade. I know that isn't fantasy, but okay, we'll do a gothic. Maybe it's the heart. Another romance. Didn't mean to do that one. We'll do a thriller as well. We'll do a heart. Okay. Okay, at some point, I hit a fantasy, but I don't know in which order. It was after a romance. So was it the snake? Was the snake the fantasy all along? That's so frustrating. Anyway, I've got my list now. I'm only allowed to do 3 goes, so this will be my list regardless. So let's go through them. I've got romance, most recent purchase. Thank you. I have bought a lot recently. I have bought a lot, and some of them aren't even on my TBR yet, but they might move across anyway because of who I am as a person. We've got thriller mum pick. I'll text her and I'll give her some options. Gothic fiction blue cover. Oh my god. Oh my god. That means I get to read Tip Hollow Blue. Yes, love that for me. Classic acute cover. Do classics have cute covers? I'll have a look in a sec. Romance pole pick, that's fine. Romance cat pick. Fantasy titular character on the cover. That's not a problem. I know I've got loads of those. Thriller a purple cover. Ooh. Thriller a purple cover. That might be trickier. Okay, we'll have a think. We'll have a think about that one. Classic, lowest rated. Guess which book on this TBR will not get read. And mystery feed scroll, a booktube pick. So, okay, so I just need to look at my YouTube feed and see what the most recent what most recent mystery is that I own in a thumbnail. Okay, that's not difficult. That's not difficult at all. All right, okay. I'm gonna go away, go pick my books, and then I'll see you back in a sec. So, a hefty mix, and none of which I was officially aiming for, but it's fine, we can deal with it. So let's have a look at the books that I have picked out based on those prompts. So the first prompt I got was a romance most recent purchase. So I have picked up It Happened One Summer. Now, I will be taking this to Gibraltar with me. I bought this with the idea that I would read romances whilst out in Gibraltar. So this is definitely one of the ones that I'm going to take with me. I know nothing about it other than the fact that it's Tessa Bailey, and everyone seems to be hyping Tessa Bailey in the romance booktube world. So I was just really excited. I think it might be enemies to lovers, and I love the whole sailor vibe. Boats and shit. So perfect for reading whilst stuck on a rock. Next was a thriller mum picks. Now, I haven't heard back from my mum yet, but the 3 books that I gave her to pick from were Rizzio, which is another new purchase. This is basically about Mary, Queen of Scots, who watches someone she cares about getting murdered in front of her. I really hope this is the one my mum picks because it's so tiny, but I'm really excited for that one. We have A Kiss After Dying, which is a arc thriller that I was gifted by Olivia, but I know nothing else other than that it's a thriller. And then we have Agatha's, which, as you can see, should have really taken that off, was a buy one get one half price YA/middle grade mystery thriller that I know very little about. I've just heard really good things. So it's meant to be like a young girl who's like obsessed with Agatha Christie finally gets to do her own sleuthing. So I'm really excited for those, and I'd be happy for any of these, but it's these 2 that are kind of like top priority. One, because I think they both be quite quick reads, and this one I'm just kind of intrigued by and have it as a thriller. So could be any of those. We're not sure. Hello, Editing Hannah here with Mozart, who is keeping me company. Obviously, whilst I filmed this ages ago, I actually am editing it just before it goes up because that's the kind of person that I am. But basically, I sent those books to my mum. I asked her to pick, and she sent me the funniest video in response, which I'm going to put next. But I'm preambling this because I just need you to know, if you ever wondered why I make things so much more complicated, it's because it's hereditary. Enjoy.
Hi Hannah, I got your message. I've been at a wedding all day. You can see that I've been in the sun a little bit too much. Anyway, I am going to do the draw for the book that you want to read next. So you gave me 3 choices. You gave me the Agathas, Rizzio, and A Kiss After Dying. And I am now going to spin a wheel and see what we can do. I can't work out how to turn this around so that you can see it. I've got no idea what I'm doing. It was there earlier, and now it's not. So anyway, I'll turn my phone round and you can see there, and that's no good because I haven't got enough hands to do it now. Hang on. So it has ended on the Agathas. Okay, well there we go. That's your choice of book to read. yeah, it's not really a good video, is it? But never mind, eh?
Then we had Gothic blue cover, and I got really fucking excited to pull out blue cover because it means I get to read Tea Apollo Blue. This is a brand spanking new release. It has been on my TBR for about a week, and I'm so excited to get to this. This is about a man who has basically been a curator of art or an art lecturer for a really long time and is very much into the classical art. And then after someone installs modern art in the Oxford or Cambridge gardens, wherever it is, he loses his shit and basically sinks his own career, and then ends up going in like a whirlwind gay romance post that. So it's very dark academia vibes, very LGBT. I'm really excited. It's a debut novel and I'm so excited. It looks so beautiful, and just like the inside pages are all classical art, and then you've got, it's just so pretty. It's so pretty. So yes, I'm very excited for this one. Then we had classic cute cover. Now I have a whole thing planned to do Jane Austen stories, and I know it was meant to be Jane Austen July, but I decided to go with this one just because I really like the umbrellas and I like how bright this is. This would be a reread for me. I'm pretty sure I TBR'd and read this last year. This is Sanditon by Jane Austen. It is one of her shortest. The TV series is very sad. It's very anticlimactic, and I feel like the book is as well, to be fair, but the TV series more so because it's got Theo James in it, and you just want him to be sexy all the time, and then he wasn't, and it's just the whole thing. So I'm gonna do this one, but I'm probably gonna leave this to last. I'm TBRing it, but because I have like a big project that I want to do specifically with Jane Austen, I am more nervous about this one. And much like I said earlier, the classic lowest rated is probably, the two classics are probably going to be the two that I don't prioritise. Next we had Romance Poll Pick, and again I don't know what the outcome of that poll is as of recording, but the three books that I have left to be polled are Wedding Crasher, because again this is one of the ones I want to take to Gibraltar with me. Mia Souza is a wonderful Latinx author, romance author specifically, and I loved The Worst Best Man, which is the one that I read previously. This is their newest release. It's all about like wedding planning and things like that, but things start to go awry, and I just love the energy of Mia Souza's writing. We also have Reputation, which I had every intention of reading last year for one of the book clubs, but then the book club itself kind of folded, so I just never picked it up. But obviously Infamous is coming out, or is out now, so I need to get on this. And then After Love, which is a sapphic romance, as you can tell by literally just looking at the cover. So those are the three that I'm really, and they're all quite chunky to be fair, but they're romances, so I should get through them quite quickly. So I have put the poll over on Twitter and on my Discord, so hopefully you guys won't do me dirty and you'll give me a good one to read. Then we had Romance Cat Pick, and before I show you the clip, I will just tell you that we had Much Ado About You, The Love Curse of Melody McIntyre, and Last Night at the Telegraph Club. These two were gifted to me by Olivia from Olivia's Catastrophe, and this one was gifted to me by Abby. I'm pretty sure they were all birthday presents of some kind, or Christmas presents. So thank you very much to you two. I'll put the clip in here so you can see how that turned out. Where are they? They're in the books. Look, you got a pick. What's this? They're right behind you. You can stop crying now. They're literally right there. Percy, they're right there. Percy, come on. What's this? What's this? What's this? They're right in front of you. Right, look. You're just looking silly now. Where are they? Oh. Okay, there we go. That was hard work, wasn't it? So yeah, as you saw, Last Night at the Telegraph Club is going on my TBR. This is a sapphic romance between two young girls who fall in love in 1954. So really excited for that one. Then we had Fantasy, a book with the titular character on the cover, and I've made my life easy by going for a middle grade. I will be reading Pages & Co, Tilly and the Book Wanderers, and obviously I'm assuming this is Tilly. And because they're wandering through books, I'm assuming it's a fantasy, but it's a middle grade fantasy and I'm here for it. I have been meaning to get to this for ages, much like Hatmakers. I have been meaning to get to this for ages, so I'm very sorry that I have not prioritised it. For Thriller Purple cover, I had to raid my flatmate's shelves. She recently bought Cursed Bunny. I know nothing about it, I just know that it looks terrifying. Apparently it's a mix of sci-fi and horror, which I think I'm allowing it, and she's not read it yet, so I'm gonna have to wait for her to read it before I can actually read it, but it's on my TBR officially. Then we had Classic Lowest Rated. The Odyssey. The Odyssey is the lowest rated classic that I own. so that's fun. And then finally, it was a mystery. You had to feed scroll through BookTube. Loads of people have been doing TBRs and stuff, but they've not actually had anything in their thumbnails that show which book they're reading. And because I wanted to do this quite quickly, I was just going by thumbnails. The most recent one I can see was the Literally Dead Book Club live show for Hyde. So I have raided Lizzie's shelf again. I promise Lizzie I'll put this back, but once you've read it, I would like to read this, please. Again, I know nothing about it, and I have that live saved in my watch later so that I can watch it after I have finally caught up. So there you have it. There is my TBR as it currently stands. I will update, obviously, in the description down below what happens with both polls and my mum pick. Treat yourself to something from Waypoint. It helps support me and my content. Leave something blue in the comments down below to let me know that you were here. And other than that, have a nice day.